Good evening, my dear students and friends. Myself, Dr. Ravikant Pathak, and I'm going to start your video lecture class. In the last video lecture, we have started the chapter, and the name of chapter is the Digestion and Absorption. In that chapter, we have studied little bit introduction of the chapter, and now we are going to discuss detail of this chapter. So first of all, we have already studied one statement. The human digestive system consists of the two things. One is the alimentary canal and another is the associated glands, that is the digestive glands. So we will talk about today detail about the alimentary canal. Okay, and these alimentary canal have the different region. So some people some portion is called esophagus, stomach, intestine, rectum, venous, like this. So we will discuss detail. Okay, so first of all, they have given the oral cavity. We'll see the what they have given the oral cavity. Oral cavity also known as buccal cavity. Oral cavity also known as the buccal cavity. So here oral cavity have teeth, you know very well. So they are provided with the teeth, and the study of teeth is known as the odontology, and the arrangement of the teeth is known as the dentition. So here they have given the teeth, then tongue, and palate. Palate, that is the root. So these three things found inside the oral cavity, or simply you can say mouth. And we are going to discuss about the teeth. So teeth, mammal's teeth, mammal basically human teeth. So human teeth, you can say they have the three different specific term. It have the three different specific term. First is the thecodont, second is the heterodont, and third one is the diphyodont. What means of this? Thecodont means mammals. Mammals teeth generally present in the bony socket, that is called thecodont. Heterodont means mammals teeth have the different types. Some animals also have the same type of teeth, that is called homodont. But humans, basically humans generally have the heterodont type teeth. Thecodont, their teeth present in the bony socket. And diphyodont, this is also characteristics of the human teeth. So they have the their tooth appears in the two times in throughout the life. Their teeth appears two times in throughout the life. This is called the diphyodont. So here you will see. So some example they have given the homodont type. Homodont type means same type of the teeth. So some animals they have the homodont type of the teeth. So same set of teeth. Example is the most reptiles and dolphins. Okay, most reptiles and dolphins, they have the homodont, means same set of the teeth. Monophyodont means single types. In their throughout the life, they have only single type of the teeth. Not single type, you can say they have the single set of teeth. Okay, so here you can say monophyodont, that is the where it found. It is found in the cetaceans. Cetacean, that means aquatic mammals. So aquatic mammals, they have the monophyodont. Monophyodont means throughout the life only one time teeth generally forms. But in case of the diphyodont, there is the two times teeth found in case of the human mouth. Okay. So now we will see the detailed structure of the teeth. So teeth, you know, they have the different types, because we have the teeth that is considered as a heterodont. Heterodont means they have the four different types of the teeth: incisor, canine, premolar, molar. So you can see, first of all, they have given. You will see here it generally represents. Okay, here first is the canine. So here they have the canine, and two is the canine is the only one, and two is the incisor. One is called the central incisor, another is the lateral incisor. And first molar, second premolar, first molar, second premolar, and they have also given the two premolar teeth generally found, first and second premolar. Then molar have the three numbers. So first molar, second molar, and third molar. So third molar also called the wisdom teeth, because it generally appears after the age of 20 years old. Clear? So this is called the wisdom teeth. Okay, so if you'll see, so there have the first of all incisors, incisor in 2 number, then canine, canine is the 1, then premolar is the 2, then molar, and molar teeth is the 3. Clear? So in this way you can say ICPM, incisor, canine, premolar and molar. So these are the that means you can say heterodont type of the teeth. Okay. So here you can see the structure of the mouth. So this structure is representing the mouth. Okay. First of all, you already seen this is the mouth, this is the lips, and the gingiva, this is the gums, and hard palate. Hard palate means those regions which is towards the near teeth, that is hard. And if you go inside the near to the thorax, that means inside the neck region or pharynx region, so then you will get the soft palate, then uvula. If you see, this is the structure which is known as the uvula. Okay. And what is the uvula is the a fleshy extension at the back of soft palate, right? Fleshy extension at the back of soft palate which hangs above the throat, so that is called the uvula. Okay. Next one, what it have given, if you see, so papillae, that means tongue. So tongue have the some papillae, means you can say some specific region which have the taste bud, after you can say they have the soft palate near to pharynx region, and palatine tonsil, they have also provided with the palatine tonsil. Here next is the teeth. If you can see, we already seen here. So teeth arrangement. So last 3 is the molar. Okay, last 3 is the molar, then 2 premolar, and 1 is the canine, and 2 is the incisor. So that maybe you can say incisor, lateral incisor as well as central incisor. So this is the arrangement of the particular teeth, and in the mouth, so they have the different structure which is generally representing. Okay. So now we can see, I have already told, so humans have the 2 different types of the teeth. So due to this, humans considered as a diphyodont. Human generally considered as a diphyodont. So here you can say, first is the adult or permanent teeth. They have the 32 incisor number 2, 1, 2, and canine is the 1 upon 1. Premolar is the 2 upon 2, and molar is the 3 upon 3. Okay. So if we'll check the formula, with the formula you can easily understand. 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3 upon 2, 1, 2, 3. So this is the formula of teeth. Basically, adult permanent teeth. Clear? Adult permanent formula is the 2, 1, 2, 3. If you see the child, that is also called the milk teeth. Child teeth is also called the milk teeth. If you see their number, so their number is less than common. So means the 12 number there decreases in compared to adult permanent teeth. So there is the 12 number decreases. Okay. How if you see, so first of all, they have given the incisor 2 upon 2, canine 1 upon 1, premolar 0 upon 0, and molar is the 2 upon 2. So how many number decreases? Here 2 number decreases, and here 1 number also decreases. So it means 3, and 3 into 2 total 6. It means in upper jaw there is the 6 number decreases, and lower jaw 6 number of teeth decreases. So total how many teeth decreases? Total 12 teeth decreases. If you'll see the formula like here, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2 stands for incisor, then 1 stands for canine, and then 2 further stands for the premolar, and 3 stands for the molar. Okay. Now here you can see, this is the one side upper jaw, and here one side lower jaw. So if you multiply with the 2, so then you will get the 32. So this is the permanent teeth formula. How you will find the child milk teeth formula? So how you will find? So with the help of this formula you can, you know very well, 2, then 1, then 0, and then 2. So 2, 1, 0, 2 upon 2, 1, 0, 2, and into 2. If you will see, multiply with the 2, then you will get the here you can say 10, here you will get the 10 and below also 10. So 10 total, you will get how many teeth? You will get the 20. So total 20 teeth. So child considered child teeth are milk teeth. It is the 20 in number. 2 stands for, 2 is the incisor, 1 is the canine. No molar teeth, sorry, no premolar teeth. Premolar teeth not found. Molar also have the only 2, where there is lack of the wisdom teeth. Okay, wisdom teeth only not found. So this is the teeth formula, and I think you are also understanding and very easy. And we are explaining is the very easy way. So I am understanding everyone getting properly. Okay. So next you can say they have given the third molar. I had already told third molar. That means you can say that is also known as the wisdom teeth. Third molar, what you will say, this is also known as the wisdom teeth. So third molar appears after the age of 20 years. Okay, and hence is called the wisdom teeth. Freely movable muscular organ, that is called frenulum. So freely movable muscular organ, you know, you already seen the teeth, sorry, a tongue. This tongue in below the tongue they have linked with, below the tongue they have linked with some special structures which is known as the frenulum. Okay, and this is the freely movable attached to the floor of the buccal cavity, which is known as the frenulum. And the upper surface of tongue, you already seen papillae. They are provided with the papillae, small projections. This small projection is known as the papillae, and the function of papillae, it have the test buds, which involves in the, they act as a you can say chemoreceptor. This act as a chemoreceptor. Okay, so these papillae have the small projection, and these act as a chemoreceptor, means they are provided with the test buds. Now if you see the different animals, and they have the different types, different number of the teeth, and you already, you know very well, human have the 32 teeth. Okay, so human and monkey means man. So man and monkey both have the 32 teeth. Okay, and least number of the teeth found in the case of rat. So rat and mouse, they have the 16 number of the teeth, and maximum number of teeth found in the dog. So dog have the 42 teeth. Okay, so if we'll see here next statement, pharynx, we know very well pharynx is the common pass of, it is the common pass of the both food passes as well as air passes. Clear? So it is the common path for both, food passes as well as air passes. Next you can say they have given the trachea, sorry, esophagus and trachea. Esophagus also known as the food pipe, and in the last video lecture we have already studied the length of esophagus is considered as a 30 centimeter. And trachea, esophagus food pipe, trachea windpipe, and it is the open into the pharynx. So due to this I was saying pharynx is the common junction or common position where both generally opened. Okay, next very important, one time they already asked in the NEET examination. So some people, they went in the restaurant and they have started to eating. After eating they suffering from the cough. Okay, so he was suffering from the cough. So the coughing came. So why it came? So due to this some reason, so they have given the explanation why it came. They already asked in the such type of question in the NEET exam. Okay, so why? Because irregular movement of this cartilage flap like structure, which is known as the epiglottis. Okay, so due to this irregular movement of the epiglottis cause the cough during the swallowing of the food. Okay, so here you read this statement, what is explaining. A cartilage flap-like structure called epiglottis. Where it present on the surface of glottis. It is present, epiglottis present on the surface of glottis. And what is the basic function of this glottis? Epiglottis. So epiglottis, it is the opening of windpipe and trachea. So it means you can say, and glottis is the opening of windpipe or trachea. And the basic function of the epiglottis to prevent the entry of food into trachea. This is the very important. They already asked in the NEET examination. So epiglottis basic function to prevent the entry of food into the trachea during swallowing the food. So due to this, I was telling. So when they went in the restaurant and they have started to eat. So after during eating, what happened? So they have started from coughing. Why this cough came? Because due to the irregular movement of this epiglottis. Okay. So now you can see here they have also some example. Dog I had already told. Elephant they have also 26 teeth. Okay. So maybe ask in your NEET examination. So but you should to learn. So these animals have the how many number of the teeth. Okay. Next you can say oesophagus. I had already told about the oesophagus. Oesophagus also known as the food pipe. And if you see, so this oesophagus length 30 centimeter. This already yesterday I have discussed in the last lecture. Okay, so here the oesophagus food pipe 30 centimeter is a thin, long tube-like structure which leads to the J-shaped bag-like structure. J-shaped bag-like structure, and this bag-like structure is known as the stomach. So here you can say J-shaped bag-like structure. Clear? This is known as the stomach. And stomach I had already told this are divided into three different regions: fundus, cardiac, then pyloric. Okay, fundus, cardiac, pyloric. So these different region found in the stomach. Okay, a muscular sphincter, that is called gastroesophageal sphincter. You should to know in case of this during the alimentary canal. So there is the three different types of the sphincter found. First is called the gastroesophageal sphincter. Second one is the pyloric sphincter, and third one you can say hepatopancreatic duct. They also provided with the one sphincter which is known as the sphincter of Oddi. So these three sphincter found, and the basic function of this sphincter to regulates the movement of opening. So it means regulates the opening. Okay, it regulates the opening. Okay. So here they again, it regulates the opening of esophagus into the stomach. Everywhere, sphincter is made up of the smooth muscles. Okay, so this is the function of muscular sphincter. So in the figure you can see. So here this again, this is the gastroesophageal sphincter. This is the gastroesophageal sphincter, and here they also one sphincter which is known as the pyloric sphincter. So gastroesophageal sphincter, where it opens? It opens near to the stomach, and it regulates the opening of the esophagus into the stomach. If you see the structure of the food pipe, that is the esophagus, here they have the food pass, and esophagus, through the esophagus I had already told they are provided with the smooth muscle cells which perform the peristalsis movement, and during the peristalsis movement food generally pass downwards and reach into the stomach. Okay, they have also some circular muscles contract that I already told peristalsis movement. Previous mouthful of food swallowed. So due to this circular muscles involves the contraction, they perform the peristalsis movement, and by which food can pass into the stomach. Okay. If you see, the stomach has three major parts we already seen. So first is the cardiac portion, and into which the esophagus opens. Okay, so first is the cardiac portion. So here showing the first is the cardiac. So number one is the cardiac, second is the fundus, and third is the pyloric region. Okay, so sometimes students got confused between this, which is the first, fundus or cardiac. So cardiac is first will come. Why? Because it will near to the esophagus. Okay. So next here, fundic region and pyloric proportion, which opens into the first part of small intestine, and the first part of small intestine is known as, it is generally known as the duodenum. Okay, and you know very well. So small intestine, they have the three different parts. First is the duodenum, second is the jejunum, and third is the ileum. Okay, so these three different parts which is found in the small intestine. They have given the name is small intestine, but if you compare between the large intestine, so they have the large. Okay, their height means you can say their length is the much in compared to large intestine. And in the last video lecture we have already discussed about this. The length of small intestine is 6 meter, and the length of large intestine 1.5 meter. Okay, so here they again is small intestine is the distinguishable into three regions. They are distinguished into how many regions? Three regions. And it is a C-shaped structure. So sometimes students got confused between this C-shaped or U-shaped. So you can say both. C-shaped, generally it will appear. C-shaped generally appears, but sometimes it can also appear U-shaped when you will see horizontal. Horizontal means like this. You can say this is the U shape. If you'll see like this, so this is the horizontal view. And if you'll see the vertical view, so then you will get the C shape. So C shape is considered as a correct. So correct shape of the duodenum is the C shape. Okay. And a long coiled, this is the very important difference. A long coiled middle portion, which is known as the jejunum, and a highly coiled is the ileum. So students get confused. Students got confused between long coiled, highly coiled. So simply you can say jejunum is the long coiled LGC. Okay, long coiled jejunum and highly coiled ileum. Okay, so this is the basic difference because you already studied NCERT more than 2 to 3 times. Not for 2 to 3 times. I am expecting you already studied more than 10 to 12 times. Because if you will not read more than 10 to 12 times, so I can't say anything. But I am expecting with you. So everyone have studied more than 10 to 12 times. But some concept if you read more, if you read so more and more time, if you read, so then it will generate. It's like this here. So students have read most of the time, much of the time, but they have not proper understood like this. So highly coiled ileum and so long coiled jejunum. Okay, so they know very well. So long coiled, highly coiled, they know coiled, but they don't know about the long coiled as well as highly coiled ileum. Okay, so you should clear this statement. Okay, next one, because you know very well. So in the NEET examination, they generally asked from, it generally have asked from 80 to 85, 80 question generally asked from the NCERT book, and they have the sometimes they have already given the statement, direct statement from NCERT. So you should to read thoroughly. Okay, so here next, the opening of the stomach into the duodenum is guarded by pyloric sphincter. I had already told this statement. So pyloric sphincter, which is near to duodenum, which is found near to duodenum, and it is the guarded by name sphincter is the pyloric sphincter. Okay. Next, ileum opens into the large intestine. We know very well. Ileum, duodenum, jejunum, ileum. So ileum is the small intestine last part. Small intestine last part is considered as a ileum. And ileum, where it open? It will open into the large intestine. Large intestine length 1.5 meter. And large intestine, they have divided into different regions like cecum, then appendix, then colon, then rectum, then anus. Colon also divided into 4 different regions. Previously NCERT, previous means old NCERT, they have not mentioned sigmoid colon. But now new NCERT, they have mentioned one new structure which is known as the sigmoid colon. Clear? So it means you can say first one is the means ascending colon, second is the transverse colon, another one is the descending colon, and sigmoid colon. So these 4 different parts of the colon considered as. Okay, so here you can say large intestine consists of cecum, colon, rectum, and anus. I am not mentioned. Okay, so each of the anus is another part. Okay, so you can say cecum, colon, and rectum. So cecum is a blind sac, a small blind sac. You already studied blind sac during the animal kingdom chapter. Blind sac means that is the incomplete digestive system. What means of the incomplete digestive system? Means single pore dual function. So one pore, they act as a both excretion as well as ingestion as well as egestion. Both act by the single pore. So such type of the arrangement is called the blind sac type of the arrangement. Okay. So here cecum is the blind sac. If you read, so cecum is the blind sac which hosts some symbiotic microorganism. So it means you can say in the large intestine they have the some symbiotic microorganism, and this symbiotic microorganism is involved in the secretion of vitamin B complexes. Okay, and vitamin B complexes is considered as a water soluble vitamin. Okay, and you know very well, so they have divided into different region, different name like B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9, B12, B17. Okay, and they have also another name. Another name is that you know very well, most of the vitamin they act as a coenzyme. So they have the some coenzymes name like first is the thymine, riboflavin, then niacin, then pantothenic acid, then pyridoxine, then biocytin, then folic acid, then cyanocobalamin, and then laterite acid. Okay, so these have the given different vitamin B complexes. Now a narrow finger like tubular projection, a narrow finger like tubular projection found in case of the large intestine. Where it found? It is found in case of the large intestine. And this structure act as a vestigial. If we'll see a narrow finger like tubular projection, vermiform appendix, and these vermiform appendix are considered as a vestigial organ. This is considered as a vestigial organ. Arises from the cecum. This is generally arises from the cecum. So here you can say this is the appendix. This is the structure is known as the appendix, and it generally arises from the cecum. Okay, and this is the colon. So ascending colon, and this is the transverse colon. This is the descending colon. Here they have the sigmoid, and this is the rectum. So these are the part of the large intestine. Clear? So with the help of figure you can easily understand. So here first of all you see the figure. So with the help of figure you can easily understand different parts of the large intestine. Okay, so first of all it have given the transverse colon. This is the means you can say transverse shape. Ascending colon, upward movement. Descending colon, downward movement. And here they have the sigmoid structure, like though they call the sigmoid colon. Okay, and here cecum, then have the appendix, and appendix act as a vestigial organ. Okay, so this is the human. They are showing the different intestine structure. Okay, now this is the esophagus. Esophagus also called the esophagus. Then they are provided with the sphincter, that is the gastroesophageal sphincter. Then here fundus, and this is the cardiac region, and this is the pyloric region. Pyloric region they also provided with the pyloric sphincter. Okay, so these have given the different structure about the stomach as well as large intestine. Okay, next one you can see they have this figure showing the rectum and anus. This figure showing the rectum and anus. So with the help of this figure you can easily understand. So where is the location of rectum and where is the location of anus? And anus is the pore by which we generally release our excretory product, that means fecal matter outside the body. Okay, here the cecums open into the colon. Cecum where open? Cecum opens into the colon. The colon is divided into three parts: ascending colon, ascending, transverse, and descending colon. And the descending part opens into the rectum. Rectum which opens through the anus. Okay, so we have discussed details of the alimentary canal. Okay, and in the next video lecture we will talk about the histology. So histology of the alimentary canal, and you know very well. So in case of the histology, so they have the outer layer. First is the outer layer, so serosa, then muscularis, then submucosa and mucosa. So we will talk this topic in the next lecture tomorrow. So thank you for your patience and cooperation, and I am expecting with you. So everyone view my channel, like and share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for regular updates. So thank you.